And I gotta move my phone. Hold on. Guess what time it is? Actually, I just need to move my keyboard. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I ain't cruising the streets, but I'm home. I got two. Oh, let me put both of my mouses over here. Mind your business. I'm getting it together for y'all. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? What y'all doing? I got so much to tell y'all today. Oh my God. Let me let y'all get yourselves together. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let y'all gather yourselves. Put my microphone back where it's supposed to be so they can hear me on the YouTube channel. I be in here like this. Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. Let me just patiently sit here and wait. I want to hear these comments today. I got to read the ones that I got off of the page. Yeah, I need a new chair because I can't ever make this one loud. Lord have mercy. Hey, y'all. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I didn't put too much on my lip. I guess it works. Good evening, fine folk. How are my fine folk doing? I had to make sure I had my fan. So when I got hot, I could just go ahead and fan myself. If I could figure out how to lock this chair, I'd be a genius. I'm gonna have to get down there and look at the instructions. We're gonna see. But hey, y'all, I have to give y'all a moment to get on here. I'm gonna just sip until y'all do. Hey, YouTube. Mm. Yes. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. How y'all doing? I got a lot of stuff to talk about today. A lot of stuff to talk about today. Today should be an interesting day. We've had some exciting things take place. We've had some exciting things take place in the last couple of days. I don't even know. I'm just here for it. I just be living my little life. I don't know what be going on. But hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all in the office with Kizzy for another episode of Man A Minute. So I gotta give y'all a minute to gather yourselves. If you don't have it, get up and go get your cup. Go get it. I got some look. I'm glad I'm at my desk. I'm glad I'm sitting at my desk because this is going to allow me to go pull up the foolishness on the computer that we're going to talk about. Yeah, I got a lot going on my desk because there's a lot of computers on it. So that's all we're going to do. Let me move this mouse because I don't need it. Actually, I'm going to close this laptop because I don't need it open either. Close the laptop. This is the monitor jumped down. But hey, y'all. I got so much. I got a lot of interesting stuff to tell you. I got a lot of stuff to tell y'all today. Let me move. I'm gonna move this over here on that screen, and because I want to be able to see my Facebook. So what y'all got going on? It is Tuesday, y'all. It's March. Like I started chatting y'all up back in September. So it's been like almost a month since I've been chatting y'all up. I've been giving somebody the business. Whoever, wherever. But yes, I got some stuff to tell y'all today. All right, before we even get to our topic, we're going to start with some other stuff. And y'all saw some of the posts, some of the stuff that I posted today. You guys saw, was it? Yeah. Listen, I don't even remember. No, it was yesterday, right? I don't remember. It was yesterday because I said Monday was Monday. So that was just Monday. I want y'all to imagine the type of stuff that happens between Tuesday to Tuesday for me. I'd be over here bugging out. I'd be like, oh my God. I realized that there was a whole nother section of messages. What are they called? It's like when people want to send you a message and the message doesn't come directly to your messenger. You got to go somewhere like in a spam folder or get it to get it. I didn't realize I even had one of those, right, y'all? And I kept saying, why I can't get the message? All kind of messages in there. Oh my God. So we gonna talk about this. The name of this show is Men Ain't Menin', and I understand men don't like the name. That is not my problem. I'm a woman. I'm sorry. I mean that with the utmost respect. I do. But you ain't dating these you unless you are, but that ain't my business either. But I named it that for a reason. It wasn't to be mean. It wasn't to male bash. It was based on my own personal experiences. It was based on the experiences that people that I know who openly share things with me and people I don't know who openly share things with me. And for what I see other people experiencing with my own eyes. A lot of the time y'all like to get on here and defend men ain't men and men do. And you're completely entitled to it. But 99%, I give y'all 5%. 95% of the time, you're going to lose that argument with me. You may not be able to lose that argument with certain women, but certain types of women, you're going to lose that argument every time. So I'm going to start this episode before we even dive into the topic for tonight. Did y'all see that foolishness that I posted, them screenshots that I posted from that gentleman that I declined his offer to look across the table at this beautiful smile? Did y'all see that? Now, if you know me, then you know that I was actually being very nice to that gentleman. Let's be clear. I was being extremely nice to that gentleman in the way that I responded because I should have cussed him all the way out for telling me I had daddy issues. That pissed me off more than anything that he said because I came from a 2-parent household. I'm the youngest. I was my daddy baby until my daddy left here to go on to the other side. That alone should have got him cursed out. So I don't know what kind of issues he was having, but the rest of that crap, I didn't even care about. That alone pissed me off. The rest of that rubbish he was talking, I could care less about because he doesn't know me. He got upset. He was angry because I simply declined. But y'all, this is my new Facebook page. I've only had this page for about, let me see, a little over a year. So last January 1st of 2022, I had to start a new page. My other page, I had that page since 2009 and it got hacked. Y'all, it was pinned on the top of that page. So I've been like this. Hey, Miss Kathy, how are you? I see you say hello. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. I see you. But anyway, that message has always been pinned to the top of my Facebook page. Please don't inbox me. I'm not interested. I don't internet date. Meaning, first of all, Facebook is not an internet. Well, it's not a dating site. Facebook has its own little designated dating area, but Facebook itself is not a dating site. So your misinterpretation, sir, that's your bad. Second, I don't participate in dating apps or sites. I think it is the weirdest thing ever to meet somebody on the internet. I'm kind of traditional. You need to approach me in person and introduce yourself properly. And there's a good chance I'm going to turn you down then too. But that ain't the point. When has it been okay? It's never been okay for a man to be blatantly disrespectful when a woman declines his offer politely. I mean, I said no thank you. And then he want to go on about how he's seen my stories. He don't even know half of them stories he see I post on accident. And when I say on accident, when I go live, there's a little button that asks me, do I want to post it to my story and my page? I I sometimes forget to turn it off so it doesn't go to my story because they're only getting a minute of an hour of what we're talking about. So what he's actually seeing is a minute in my story from the lives. Excuse me. Y'all know what I got, don't you? I'm going to show you in a minute. And, excuse me, my reels are just me being silly dancing. So I don't know what Brother Man is seeing. I really don't. I don't care. But he said he did his homework. He been watching my stories, y'all. Which tells me he hasn't even been to my page. And if he has been to my page, he has not even bothered to read anything on it. He was picture floating. Because had he read anything, he might have not been so eager to jump in my inbox. Y'all think? It's pinned at the top of my It's pinned at the top of my page. Don't see you later. Bye-bye. I don't. And there's a reason why I feel like that. Let me tell y'all why. I feel so strongly about not internet, social media, and dating apps. I just don't. The reason being is this. So, of course, Facebook and everything started coming out around 2009, and it just started to spread from there. So by the time 2012 had started popping, 3 years later, it was booming and people were meeting each other on this social media app and things were happening. I lived in Altamont Springs during this time period. And there was this McDonald's that's right there on 436, right next to I-4, where these two individuals met up after meeting on social media, and one of the other killed the other. There were so many of those stories that were going around. I wasn't big on it then because Black Planet was out before then. I have never been interested in meeting someone over the internet. Just don't sit right with my spirit. And ain't nobody going to force me to do it. Now, I will, and I can admit that over the years, I've interacted with two people from the internet. One of them I never met in person because he got weird way too quick. The other one turned out to be an asshole. I can meet weirdos and assholes without doing all of that. So I just don't waste my time. I just think it's weird and I need a little bit more of a traditional meeting versus this internet stuff. Okay? I'm just saying. That's just me. I put him on blast. I put him on blast because it was necessary. Because any grown man, y'all saw that gets upset, hot and bothered because a woman declines his offer, really ain't no grown man now, is he? Now, maybe he's accustomed to women falling at his feet. And that's because he ain't met nobody like other real women. I don't know I don't understand the attitude. And after posting that, y'all, I got a couple of inboxes from some other dudes. And was like, dang, I feel better now because you turned me down. You really don't internet date. Like, no, I'm looking at my page right now. There is a message pinned at the top. It reads verbatim. Look, don't hop in my inbox. I'm not interested. I don't care to internet date. Thanks, but no thank you. Going on now. So if he did his homework, he ignored what that says on my page. Well, that's the story of my life, y'all. This happens to women all the time. I don't know how often it happened to y'all, but it happens to me. And I'm just like, I don't even understand why you mad. I said, no, thank you. That is pinned at the top of my page. You did all the homework and still failed the test. There has been times, if y'all saw my inbox, they ain't following instructions, I'm going to start screenshotting them and put them on them. Just screw it. I clearly say, go to my page, read the featured message, and follow instructions. Because they go to your page, they miss all the important information and go straight to your pictures. And I don't care what you see. There's no extravagant pictures of me. There's no naked pictures of me. There's me clothed. It's just me. I don't know. I don't know. But that's just how it rolls out. That's just how it rolls out. Fellas, talk to your homeboy. My real man out there, I know some of y'all on here. What's up, bro? I talk to your homeboy. He need to learn. Listen, he accused me of being mad at my daddy when I really think he got some mommy issues because my daddy raised me. Everybody know me. Know I'm a daddy's girl. Everybody know it. Everybody know it. So screw him. But he got good and blocked, and I just decided my page public. So guess what? He might still be able to see. I don't care. Be more respectful. You can't possibly think that a decent woman is going to value and appreciate a man who is disrespectful when he can't get what he wants. We ain't gonna worry about it. Y'all just write that down. Fellas, if you know somebody, tell somebody. Ladies, if you know somebody, tell him. Write it down. All right, y'all. Let's move on to the next topic. Oh, and this one is going to roll us into our topic for tonight. Get up, go get your cup. It's finna get hot and juicy. Mm-hmm. Y'all know what I always say. Enjoy every moment. So go get up, go get it, so we can carry on like we finna carry on, because we ain't done carrying on yet. I had to go find my live so I can watch the comments from the computer and move them out of my way on the phone. So, did you guys see my other post? Not the one about the WWE wrestling match that I had a dream about last night. Y'all, I'm tired. I don't know what. I'm tired. It was a struggle. Somebody shared a video. I have to watch it later. But anyway, um, I screenshot the message from one of my exes and posted it yesterday. Now, and the reason why I did that, I don't show the name and the number, but yeah, they know I be talking about them. My page is public. Um, I don't I don't understand. I don't understand why. Am I the only one where all of her exes come back? Am I the only person that this happened to? Fellas, are you the type of dude that all of your exes try to come back to you? Ladies, are you the type of lady chick that all of your ex, and I don't mean a sprinkle of them, all of them. And this is why, let me tell you why it's weird. Tell you why it's weird. And then we're gonna roll into our topic tonight. Is the grass ever greener on the other side? Yeah. All right. So I get this random text message that says, I'm sorry, Sunday night. I saw it Sunday night. I just never bothered to entertain it Sunday night. I was like, I'm responding to text message. I was doing something else. My mind was somewhere else, and I just didn't feel the need to entertain an I'm sorry text message from somebody that I broke up with in 2019. I didn't know what he was sorry for. I really thought initially when I first saw it pop up on my screen that maybe he didn't send that to me. I don't know. I don't know. I responded the next day. Probably it was close to noon. He texted me around. It was just about 8, and I responded next day about a quarter till noon. And my response was simple. For what? This man responded to my text message and said that what the reason he's sorry. Y'all seen it. We gonna talk about it. Is because he didn't believe that I loved him when I was with him. Y'all, we didn't date for like 6 months. Y'all, we didn't date for like a year. We didn't date for like 2. We dated for like 4 years. We dated for some years. And did I ever do anything to make him feel like I didn't? No. However, he did. I don't know. I'm gonna assume that he had some kind of insecurity where he didn't feel like he could possibly be loved. I have no idea why he didn't believe I really had feelings for him all that time. Like I was just there. I don't weird. We broke I started dating somebody else about 6 months later. And when he found out that I started dating somebody else, he got real catty. Let me tell you, he ain't supposed to be texting my phone. But I think I've always like from a certain point after we broke up and he exhibited all these crazy behaviors about a woman he couldn't get it together with because he told himself I wasn't serious about him after 4 years. I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm just telling you from my perspective what it is. So my response was, I don't know what you want me to do with that, but okay. It's been 4 years. It's actually probably it's been 4 years. So I thought about it, and I think I even put this on the post. I was like, maybe I should call and check on him because he be acting like he had been acting, he was just not gonna be able to live without me, and I don't even understand how you behaving this way. You didn't even believe that I actually felt how I was telling you I felt to the point where I had to leave you alone, and then you flipped out when I started seeing somebody else. Yeah, no, I never take him back because he got real crazy after that. So I called him up. I was like, "Hey, are you okay?" You sending up blind apologies. I'm just making sure because I'm telling you, touched, touched. I'm telling you, this is my own opinion. But in my own opinion, he touched a little bit. He got to be. And so I called him and I was like, "Are you okay? Is everything all right?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, well, I just wanted to make sure because you just sending me I'm sorry text messages, and I just wanted to make sure you weren't trying to harm yourself." He laughed at that. He was like, "Nah, it's just that I had a conversation with somebody and they asked him, did I ever express the feeling of love and had I ever told him that?" And I'm listening. I don't know what the heck going on. And he was like, "Yeah." I kind of like was like, "Oh, okay, I gotta go." I ain't really need to hear no more. Whatever conversation he was having with whoever he was having it with about whatever he was having it about me, I didn't need any more details. I didn't care. I just wanted to make sure because he weird. He got weird. So he weird to me. So I just wanted to make sure he was okay. He was, because I'm just getting blind. I'm sorry. Text messages. Sir, are you okay? So he said certain things to me over the years since we've broken up about how he's never had a woman make him feel like I made him feel or whatever. And this gonna sound real heartless to y'all, but unfortunately, this is the reality of my life. Y'all know that song, I heard it all before. I hadn't heard all that before, and I don't mean from him. When I tell you my ex come back, do in droves. Like it's like with the seasonal change, they come in like herds. I be blocking them. AT&T done switch they block app. Now all the numbers that were blocked, I got to reblock in my phone, and like I don't have their numbers saved in my phone, so I got to wait for them to call and block them. Yes, I'm going to block. Speaking of that, I have asked all of them this question because they go out and they after after me and them have broken up, they go out and they live their little lives just like I go live my little life, right? Not that my life is little, and not that their life is little, but I'm just saying. And I don't ever think to go back and try to make up with them because 100% of the time they be done messed up. It don't be me, it be them. So they want to come back and apologize. But let me tell you, It's not within a reasonable amount of time. For example, when I went out for those drinks and I was telling y'all about the live that I had, and I went out for those drinks with that dude and I had to take the live down. I dated that man in 2006, but he was very, very adamant me meeting him for drinks. So we could try again. I'm gonna go meet you for drinks. I don't know what you trying for. They keep in touch. That it's like they call to see if I have a relationship. And it's not just it's a bunch of it's I'm telling y'all, look, I'm rubbing my face. What does that mean? That means it's an issue. It's an issue. And I have to always say to them, oh, you went out there and did all of that, looking for something that you told, looking for me and her. So I have to be question arose, is the grass ever greener on the other side? And y'all know I've asked them this question. And they all have told me no. And I know I posted it in a couple of my groups that I'm in to like on Sunday or whatever day I got enlightenment yesterday. I posted the question here on my Facebook page a couple of times. I posted over on men a couple of times. And everybody who answered that question, except for I'm not going to say two people said yes. Their direct answer wasn't no. But everybody else said no. And those who didn't directly say said no said like little sayings that pretty much equated to no. So the consensus was 100% of the time the grass ain't greener on the other side. I don't have a problem with breaking up with somebody and you guys decide to get back together and make things work. It can't be 10 years later. It can't be 10 years later. It can't be 4 years later because they come to me crazy crap and they basically all say the same thing. Let's go back to being the way that we were. And I have to remind them that the way that we were, I wasn't happy, which is why I left. And I'm not the same person, and neither are you. So it's impossible for us to go back to being the way we were. Hey, let's get to know each other. That's always asking too much. So, and this is how I know, in all seriousness, what really do you want? So, y'all tell me, y'all know I love for y'all to jump in the comments and give me y'all input and shit. How has it been for you? Has it been greener on the other side, ladies? This ain't just for the fellas, because I know a few sisters and not sisters who the grass. But see, it's different for women though. Let me tell you why. There's a 50-50 chance for a woman the grass is greener on the other side. It was her. Men, your percentage dropped substantially of the grass actually being greener on the other side. Because the truth be told, if when a woman upgrade, she upgrade all the way on a dude for the most part. Fellas, not so much. I'm sorry, not so much. So is the green grass ever greener on the other side? Hey, I don't. If you're gonna ask me from my perspective, no, the grass ain't greener on the other side. Hell, I'm over here where the grass real and green. You went over there looking, grazing, thinking that grass was just as good as my grass, and that what had happened was your heel sucked into some mud in their grass, and wasn't no muddy grass over here. So, from if you're gonna ask me my opinion, heck, no, the grass ain't greener over there. But if you want to go graze over there, please understand you're gonna stay over there. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna go find some of these comments for y'all when I ask, tell y'all what these folks had to say. All right, so here's one. I'm gonna have to look in a couple of different places, but it's okay. Somebody named Trina. She is probably one of my followers. So we're gonna give Trina Chandre Sweet Co a shout out. She said, Only when searching instead of settling. There's some flying around here. Like only when searching instead of settling is great. Let me tell you, I interpret that. No. If you search it, it don't matter what color the grass is. You out there just living your best life. When you're settling, it's on the other side. You mean settling. I don't know. Somebody just said, Then I got somebody who just said 100 exclamation points. So let me go find the other ones. I think I got to switch over to the other profile. Now, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this time period of I'm sorry because I get these. I don't even know how. I don't even know where to begin with it because I get these messages sometimes. Do you mind if I give you a call? Is it okay if I call you? If it's not okay, it's not okay. If it's okay, it's okay. It just kind of depends on. I'm like, I've even asked. I don't know, Mark, but I talked about his ass first. we on to these text messages and stuff and these apologies about I'm sorry for things that people be done to you years later and then they want you to forgive them. And that's fine. I just can't forget. And forgiving you doesn't mean I'm going to take you back. However, you can't wait 15 years. You can't wait 10 years and apologize and then at the same time ask to be in a relationship with somebody that for real, after 10 or 15 years, you don't even know. And that is what I always say. You don't even know me. I don't even know you. I don't know if you're going to like me. I don't know if I'm going to like you. So I can't agree to that, but you can date me. They're never happy with that answer. They'll never like that answer. But they feel like they should have precedent over anybody else that I may be dating or wanting to date or got my eye on or that I'm in a relationship with because we have history. And because we have history, they think I should be able to just be okay to jump into something that I don't even want with them because the history is why I left you. You wanted to go do this, that, and the third, navigate all across the city. And the grass wasn't so green out there. You went out there to look for me in hers, and all of hers you didn't found and couldn't find her. And now you want to squabble back to me and think that you can sweet talk yourself back into my life after years. It took you all that time to figure that out. This one, 4 years. Let's see. The one that I went out for drinks with during my dating experiment, he didn't know he was part of the dating experiment, y'all. But he was him and the other and everybody else. We dated in 2006. The dude that I said complained about bringing my trash, taking my trash down and bringing my water up. We dated twice. I mean, I dated him back in the day, and then I dated him again in 2020 for a short period of time. Don't come professing your love for me, and I don't even know you like that. And y'all think I don't ask them. So when I be telling y'all about my exes, I'm like, screw it. I'm gonna just start showing them. I'm gonna just start showing them the messages. I'm just gonna start showing them the messages. You take a person through so many different unnecessary changes and unappreciate what you have, then you lose it, and you go out there and you date whoever it is that you're dating, and you realize, damn, maybe I should have stayed where I was at. Let me see if I can get back there. There is a reasonable amount of time for that to happen, in my opinion, where I think it is absolutely acceptable It is exactly what you should be doing. And it's a normal process sometimes in relationships. It just is. Sometimes the breakup makes the bond stronger. Sometimes the breakup is exactly what it is, a breakup. But that's what they are for me always, unless it's within this reasonable amount of time. I don't know if I want to talk about that. I'll talk about it. So, the reasonable amount of time for, I guess, the average person, and then I'll tell you what it is for me. Mind your business. I'm going to tell you. I think a reasonable amount of time to come back and say I'm sorry is anywhere from 3 to 6 months. That's a reasonable amount of time for a person to try to walk back through that window. For a normal person, okay? That's just my opinion. It may be longer for you. It may be twice as long for you. I don't know. But that is my opinion. I think for me, a reasonable amount of time for the average person is anywhere from 3 to 6 months for that person to say, okay, I made a mistake, I messed up, blah, 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 blah. That's the average person. Me? You better come trucking back around here within the first 90 days. Because after them 90 days, I'm done. I'm done. If I'm not done sooner, call me what you want. I'm going to go on by my little piece of business and live my little life. And I can't let your screw up consume me. My conscience be clear as I don't know what, because I'm not the one that messes up. I realized something. Fellas, pay attention. And I want you to ask yourself this question, if you can remember the next time a woman starts asking you some questions. And if you are doing something, or if you're not, no matter what the questions are, if you refuse to answer them, you are refusing to be accountable for your actions. For me, it's loyalty, then accountability. Because how you can't accept what you do for yourself. And see, men, they always say, oh, it's your mouth. It's not my mouth. It's not what comes out of my mouth, because I'm not disrespectful. What it is the questions that I ask them require them to be accountable. Y'all heard that? Men will call it whatever they want to call it. It's accountability. They don't want to be accountable. They don't want to be responsible. Just letting you know. At least that's how it's been for me. Then they want to be, then what they do, we break up because you don't want to be accountable because you've been on some, but 9 times out of 10, he on some BS anyway, because he want to have his cake and eat it too. You go out there, birthdays and holidays start rolling around and it ain't the same. It ain't even close to what you knew it could be if you were where your grass was green. If I ain't asked you about your birthday, get somebody else to do it. Y'all, get somebody else to do it. Because y'all will have exactly what you want and still go mess it up. Ladies, have exactly what you want and still go mess it up. But I'm not going to say y'all going to go mess it up. It don't necessarily be y'all 85% of the time. If you sliding out, it's because he done did something that he wasn't supposed to do, or he falling short somewhere and you tired of mentioning it. Fellas, y'all have exactly what you need in your life most of the time, and you still mess it up. Not all of y'all. Y'all know who I'm talking to. You still mess it up. Why? Because you greedy. Yeah, I did. I sure did ruffle my darn fan. Did. The grass ever greener on the other side? No, it ain't. It ain't. Hey, It might look all nice and green, but then you get over there and it's imitation. And then you have to realize ain't nothing like the real thing. You start thinking back to all of those good times that took place, how that person went out of their way for you, how they used to handle you with care. You don't start appreciating or valuing a person until they remove you from their space. I ain't the one to gossip, and you ain't heard it from me. The grass is never greener on the other side. Because for one, you're being greedy. You got grass. If you water and nurture the grass you got, it'll be nice and pristine and green too. But y'all don't want to do that. Y'all don't want to do that, do you? Y'all want to be out here. Listen, y'all want to be out here doing what y'all do and don't want to be held accountable for your behavior. But you ain't got to be held accountable over here, but you do got to get the hell on. You cannot stay because I know for a fact you gonna miss me. I might miss you, but you gonna miss me more. Grass ain't never greener on the other side. So ladies, try to water the grass you got already. Fellas, tend to your lawn. It's your job. That is your responsibility. Grass will be perfect if you work to make it perfect. Well, it'll be good. We ain't gonna say perfect. It'll just be perfect for you. Let's say that. That was also one of the comments that I got on that post. You know, if you water the grass, I got that comment twice in two different places. Because look, this social media crap keep me busy. All these notifications and messages and dashboards. And I just created a group today, Kizzy's Quotes. Go join it. It is where I am completely free with my verbiage. So go find it. Kizzy Quotes. Y'all are just a lot of the stuff that people know that I say. I'm gonna start putting them in there because I needed a private place to put them so people could enjoy them. Because my family tells me all the time, like, I wish I had my camera rolling because I say some stuff. But if you with somebody and you're working on something and you're serious about them and you care about them and the feeling is mutual, water the grass you got. You got to take care of it and you got to pour into it because that grass has been there with you for however long y'all been there. 3 months, 6 months, 6 years, 60 years. You know that grass and you know that grass gonna ride for you. Okay? That goes for the ladies. That goes for the fellas. That goes for everybody because both people from both sexes have done that. They have walked away from something that was perfectly fine, got with something that was not, and then wanted to go back. And either they were able to go back or that person didn't accept them, one or the other. Again, you got to keep that window, that time period. You got to keep that in mind. You can't send me no text message and tell me you sorry. Well, I guess you could. And you sorry because you didn't believe I loved you when I told you I did. Listen here, that ain't my problem. That ain't my business. That was 4 years ago. Boy, I don't even care. But there's been multiple times when I have had conversations with him before, before he flipped completely out. And he would say, I don't have a problem saying this. Yeah, all of them, for the most part. I'm going to say about 95% of them, experience things that they've never experienced in their life while they were me. When I make them post, I don't be talking trash. I am life changing. And and it's just because I want to live a little bit. I want to go and I want to do things and I want to see places. I want to visit places. I want to try all different types of food and explore. And I don't see why I shouldn't. So if you're with me, we going to go do stuff because I'm always going places. I need to shop right now for Jamaica. Trip booked. I need to shop. I was going anyway. But Now I'm going with the girls. But you got a certain amount of time to apologize to somebody if you want them to accept it and consider taking you back. And your apology needs to be just as loud as the disrespect that you caused. Let's make sure I say that. Your apology definitely has to be just as loud as your disrespect. And if that's what it is for me, if it's not, child, please. How you get handled is how you get handled. I don't even know what that means. So I get apologized to a lot. Just sometimes it's too late. Most of the time, it's too late. I've only, let me see. How many times have I got an apology within that 90-day window? Let me tell y'all something, y'all. I got one, right? And I was standing in the kitchen thinking about this earlier before this class, before this live. And I was like, I'm gonna really have to think that through. I'm gonna have to think that through, and maybe I'll come back. Maybe I'm gonna have to circle back to that and talk about it because it just hit me while I was fixing this cup, and I really hadn't had a chance to digest it yet. But goodness, I'm gonna have to drink off that thought, y'all. Anyway, it's just an interesting fun fact of how people get the big eye. Y'all remember how people, back in the day, people say you get the big eye. You're always asking for more food than you can eat. You're greedy. That is what men get. They get the big eye. They see all the flashiness of what they met in the streets, right? And for example, let's say my house is extreme. I got OCD. Mind your business. It's clean in here all the time. I don't like stuff out of order. Mind your business. I like everything clean all the time. The messiest part of my house, I'm sitting at it. And that's because there's 4 laptops, 3 extra screens. There's a bunch of work over here, but it's not messy, but and then you see some chick out and about when you think that's it, and you're like, okay, you cheat, and I find out, and now I'm done. Now you got to go back over there, whether you like it or not. That's where you got to go because you cheated, right? Just for example. Then you get over there and you realize, oh, I can't get them home cooked meals that I usually get every day. I can't get my clothes folded up after I beat and threw them in the wash machine and I'm sleeping. She throw them in the dryer and then she finish them. I ain't getting that no more. Like, damn, I ain't getting lunch either. I ain't getting nothing. I ain't been nowhere in the last 6 months. The grass wasn't greener on the other side. If you got any sense, fellas, ladies, there ain't nobody but my niece. She got 10 minutes. I'm going to call her back because she calling me to ask me where her stuff at, y'all. I done had to order some damn markers off of Amazon. Yeah, they here. They're over there on the floor. UPS knocked on the door at 6:58. But anyway, if you're ever put in a position to where you think the grass is greener somewhere else, I want you to really ask yourself, is it greener or am I just being greedy? Or am I just being big-eyed like the folks used to say back in the day? Everybody that answered that question for me over the last 3 days has said no. So if you are currently in a position or a situation where you're caught up, ask yourself, is the grass greener on the other side? Now, the text message, my brother say, this girl want to know, I don't know why it take me to have to boss my niece around. She tell them what to do, but she'll tell them real quick, Honey's the boss. Y'all know why? Because that's my boo. Her birthday coming is this month. But anyway, If you're in a situation or a situationship and you caught up, you really need to ask yourself, is the grass greener on the other side? Is it really worth what you're willing to give up and lose? If if we started questioning ourselves more before we did half of the crap we did, we might be better off. That person might work your nerve. That person might get on your nerve and trust you me, but they do everything that you need for them to do to make things smooth or smoother. Ain't too many hiccups. You know, you want to go out and relearn somebody new, by all means do it. But do understand that that person that you left, there's a 9 time out of 10 chance that they're only going to level up without you. Because that's what I do. Man breaks my heart, I level up. I ain't get the way I got. Yes, I did. But I did. It just made me focus on me. And for a long time, I was just career driven. So now I work on a contractual basis and I refuse to work 8 hours. And you going to pay me for 8 hours. And if I got to fly somewhere, you going to pay for that. And if I got to stay, you going to pay for that. And if I got to drive, I'm going to need a car. So you going to pay for that. And you going to pay me because I'm here. And you going to reimburse me for my food. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And how much is my alcohol allowance? God be so good. I owe this. I thank you, fellas, for making a sister push herself to where she is today. So now I'm untouchable for you dudes that I used to date back in the day. Cause now I done leveled up. Focus on you. Fellas, same thing applies. I know men are y'all are sheer hunters, which is why y'all all in people inboxes all the damn time. But sometimes you have to take a moment to focus on you. But don't mess up a perfectly good thing because you're selfish. Don't mess up a perfectly good thing because you're greedy. Understand the grass that you got only needs some tender loving care. And it'll be just as green as you are willing to make it. I always try to make these conversations educational. Sometimes I try to make them funny. And sometimes, not often, somebody be done tick me off and I've only really cursed and went on a rant one time. He needed it. I'm just saying. So, and of course, y'all know I don't want to bash men, but I will bash his homeboy that ain't acting right. Sip and chat update, sip and chat update, sip and chat update, because I have 7 minutes remaining. Sip and chat is going down April the 8th. However, I think I'm going to go back to my original plan because anytime that I deter from my original plan, things don't go as planned. And my original plan, y'all remember when I said I just wanted to have something small and intimate? I can still do a big event. It's just that where I wanted to do it, they're waiting on permits or something like that. And it's a month out. And I do not want to run the risk of not having my sip and chat. So, with that being said, sip and chat is still going down. I am going to put up a guest list because again, it was never to make money because I wasn't making even having the bigger event. I wasn't making no money off of that. None. I ain't making no money off of any of this. I just want to be able to spread the knowledge and kind of like celebrate. It's funny because we'll talk about that later. But anyway, I'm gonna put out the updated flyer, but I am gonna open up my guest list, and I have a limited guest list. It was limited before. The beauty, the excuse me, y'all. I ain't take my Pepsi before I start drinking this drink. Y'all all know by now if I'm doing this, I ain't took my Pepsi or my Pepsi is working. I ain't took it. I'm gonna do it after. Worry about yourself. I am going to I'm gonna put up the guest list. I mean, I kind of know who I want to invite. I want to invite those people who actively engage on my lives, who want to give their input, whether it is in of like mind or not. I am always open to hear the other perspective because how else am I going to learn if I only know mine? Right. So April the 8th, 7 p.m. is still going down. We're still doing my sip and chat. It's just going to be exactly what I actually planned for it to be initially. Because remember, y'all, I changed it up. I was still going to keep it as is, but getting down to the wire and then them not confirming. Um, and then looking for another spot that would be suitable for what I was doing the second go. I was like, you know what? I should have just stuck to my original plan and did my nice and intimate sip and chat with probably 35 to 50 of my most active engagers local in the area. And if you're married, hey, I don't know if married people need. I was married, so I can give out. I can give my opinion. That's about what I can give. That's about what I can give. And I don't take sides. I'm very, but I want my singles to come out. You might see somebody in there that you like, but we are going to live stream it. So I still need for y'all to be up to par and dress. We still gonna have our party after. We still gonna have a good time. It's just that it is going to be more as to what I envisioned it to be initially. And it's simply because I haven't gotten the verification of the building permits or whatever being issued to the event center that I was planning to use. So that's all right. We may be look, we ain't even denied. Party's still on. So it's okay. I made sure of that. Well, guys, it is 7:57. I don't have anything to do except relax. But y'all, I'm tired. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning after that dream I had about the duck. Lord have mercy. I don't know what. All I know, y'all, is it was a WWE match. And we was wrestling. I know who I was wrestling. Y'all don't need to worry about who I was wrestling. My guess is I got some pent up frustration and it came out and manifested in this dream. And one of the things that if you've been paying attention that I do, I don't know if I did it on this page, is I will threaten with a wrestling move from the WF, like Dusty Rhodes or Ric Flair or somebody. But it was the figure four. I had him in the figure four. I think I had him, y'all. But I don't know how he got loose, and that's when I woke up. So I don't know how the dream ended. But I was tired when I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning, and then I couldn't just like go back to sleep. So I've been tired all day. But I tell you what. When I see that sapsucker, if I see that sapsucker, he gonna have to see me. He gonna have to see me. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all go ahead, drop stuff in the comments. Don't forget, tag me and stuff. Send me the stuff you see. Go ahead and join. And well, you got to request to join Kizzy's quotes because it's private. Because if y'all know me, I really do curse like a sailor 99.9% of the time, unless somebody cutting a check, right? Okay. Well, I have to be a professional individual when I'm at work, and I have to have a certain persona displayed when I'm doing my job. This ain't my damn job right here, so I can just be myself. But all right, y'all. It is always fun. It is always a nice little time for me to get on here and chat y'all up, express my opinion, wait for y'all to give me y'all opinion if you got one. And if you ain't, I guess y'all just be sitting there listening to my behind talk. I do thank you for it. I do appreciate it because you don't have to. I bet you y'all be saying, Keisha be sipping on that cup. You're darn right. I needed it after the day I had with work. Now everybody know I like to be done work by noon. This man then carried my class over to 3:30. I knew I shouldn't let him teach. I knew it. He ain't teaching no more this week. All right, y'all. Y'all know what I always say. In the meantime, in between time, be good or be good at it, but don't get caught. Love and light.